Hello.
So this is my lovely daughter Bronte,
Hi.
and we are going to be doing a way of learning, but it's a memory game, and you can use this. She's eating. Sit down. Home education, you can have your cereal treats and whatever at the same time and your cups of tea. This is the great thing. So we're going to be showing you how you can learn up to 26 things in order without having to write them down, easily, anytime, anything. So lying in bed at night trying to remember your list of what to do tomorrow, going shopping, not having any paper, whatever it is. Once you have your basic 26, that's the dog. Sit. Once you have your basic 26 items, you can use them to remember anything. So you don't need anything. Get a pen and paper for this, but you don't need anything. You don't need any resources or anything like that. Get a pen and paper to write stuff down. So pause me, pen and paper, come back. So Bronte hasn't done this before. This is new for her. But this is something I've been doing for years. I learned it in my early 20s, so about 5 years ago. Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. That's definitely right.
And we're going to start by, what you do is you write down A to Z. So on your paper, write down A to Z down here. And we're only going to do the first 8. We'll do A to H.
Okay.
Because we're not going to go through the whole thing. You don't need to do the whole thing. But 8 is something that if you try to remember 8 things in a row, you will have problems. Just 8 things in a row in order. So again, you want to try that, pause and try that, but you'll have a problem with it. So we'll do the first 8 just to show you how easy it is. You've got A. Okay, don't know if you can see this, but so we're doing it with you. B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, so A, you have to think of an item. So think of something beginning with A, something very simple though, something one of your first words you ever learned to do with A.
Apple.
Apple. Yours might be apple, but you think of something, yours might be ant. But it has to be something, and it will always be that. The rest of your life you'll be able to use this method, and it will always be that one thing. But often people do use fruits, animals, the things that we first learn. So Z is usually zebra, for example. Okay, so A is apple. B, you think of your B, write it down. What's your B?
Banana.
My B is actually also banana. You will find that they're often the same things, because we all learn basically the same kind of things when we're very young. C, you write your C down. What's your C?
Cat.
Cat is also my C. Cat. Okay. D, what's your D? What's your D?
Dog.
Dog. Okay, dog. There we go. And E, what's your E? What's your E?
Elephant.
Elephant. Okay. Not so great at drawing elephants, but I'm going to try my very best. I used to call myself Esther Elizabeth the Elephant when I was at school, when I was little. Yeah, that's enough of that. Okay, so elephant. F. What's your F? What's your F?
Frog.
Frog. Okay, so we'll do a frog. A frog and... I don't think that's quite right. Okay, anyway, let's just leave that because that's really bad. Okay, G. What's your G? And what's your G? First thing that comes to your mind, really basic things.
Grass.
Grass. Okay, mine is giraffe, actually.
Because when I think
my F is fox and my G is giraffe.
When I think of G, I think of green, and when I think of green, I think of grass.
Okay,
so
that's cool.
It
looks like a crown, but it's actually grass.
Yes.
And I'm actually a really good artist usually, just today I'm having a day off. Okay, and H. What is your H? And what is your
Hat.
H? A hat. Okay, so yes, a hat is a very common one. There's my hat. Okay. So what we do is you do this down to Z, learn them all. They will always be the same. You don't have to worry. You can learn them. You can just go through it today. I mean, because it's the thing that always comes to your mind, you'll find that there's not any learning to do. These are the things that automatically come to your mind anyway. But when you think of a dog, always think of like the same dog, you know, or some people prefer it with different ones. You'll see how it works best with you, but you always keep those. So hers will always be, Bronte's will always be apple, banana, cat, dog, elephant, frog, grass, hat. And mine are very similar, and yours may be very similar as well, depending on what your first words were. Okay, so this is, once you've learned that, this is how you learn, you memorize what it is that you need to memorize. Each time that can change, and you will still find it's just as easy. In fact, it's easier and easier. And the fun thing about this is it's got to be as crazy as you can possibly make it. So if it makes sense, don't do it. It won't work. Okay, and this is a good example of how the mind works. And through association, but also through just crazy ideas. Okay, so first of all, we're going to do a list of things. So let's do a list of stuff, okay? Any old things, let's just write them down, just things we can see. So what should we do on this list? So number 1 is
Bottle.
bottle. Okay, 2
Book.
is book.
3
3,
pillow.
pillow. 4,
Glass.
glass. 5, let's do like pen.
Oh yeah, pen.
Running out. 6, what else?
Oh, I don't know.
Crisps. Where did I get that idea from? 7,
Bowl.
bowl. And 8, brush. Okay, so the other thing I did forget to say, that when you do these things, they need to be actual things, not ideas. So A can't be anger, because anger isn't something you can hold in your hands. An apple you can hold in your hands.
Yes.
An elephant you can't hold in your hands, but still a real physical thing that you can see and touch. Okay, so now this is how we do it. So you'll have your A to Z, you'll always have the same ones. This is how we do the memory, and it's very quick, and you get better and better at it. So 1, bottle. Don't remember bottle. So we look at the apple, we think of the apple, and we think bottle. What's a crazy thing with a bottle and an apple together?
Oh, a tower of apples that are being able to balance on a bottle lid.
A tower of apples balancing on a bottle. So you visualize that. If yours is an apple, you need to visualize something with a bottle with your thing. That's A. Okay. Bronte's doing this because hers is a bottle, an apple. Okay, so a bottle with a tower of apples on top.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Which probably wouldn't work. So we'll see how well it works in the mind. Okay, so B, banana. We need to remember a book. A banana and a book. What do we do there?
A banana book.
A banana book?
A book made out of banana.
A book made up. That's not a banana though. When you visualize the banana, you won't see the banana. You have to still see the banana itself, not some association or something it's become. It has to be the banana. Doing something with or having something to with
Reading
the book.
a book.
A banana reading a book. Okay, banana reading a book.
That doesn't make any sense.
So you do it with your B. Whatever your C is, you now have to put pillow. So whatever your C is, have something crazy happening with a pillow. Yours is cat. A cat and a pillow. What's the craziness?
Cat flying on a magic pillow.
A cat flying on a magic pillow. Okay, so cat flying on a magic pillow is the 3rd one. 4th one is D, is dog. Okay, and we have got glass. Okay, so glass and dog. Now don't make it into a glass dog. Don't change the dog itself. It still needs to be a dog and a glass, the actual item, the thing you're trying to remember. You have to have those 2 things separately but interacting, not becoming one.
I don't know what to do.
How about a dog running around in a glass, because it's like the glass is giant. Should we try that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, giant glass, tiny dog running around inside. Let's see. E, pen. Okay, an elephant and a pen. So, what do you want to do with that? An elephant writing a little letter with a pen. With his nose, perhaps. Oh, trunk, not a nose. Bad me. Okay, so F is frog, whichever you're using, and crisps.
I don't know what to do.
Maybe he's got crisps, like drums, and he's playing them. That's crazy. That one we will definitely remember. I promise you. You will probably remember that one as well, even if it's not your one, because it's crazy. The more bizarre and abstract the idea is, the better it is and the easier it is to remember.
Just like the frog going, bubba.
Exactly. Grass and a bowl. So let's do it something really simple then. Just a bowl sitting on grass then. Let's just do that. Let's just leave something simple and see how this works.
Yeah.
and a hat and a brush.
A hat you can brush your hair with. Like it's got like a brush attached. So when you walk
So a
around,
hat
it
with
can
all the brush things
Yeah,
coming out of it,
like
the
brush
prongs.
your hair.
Okay, hat and a brush. Okay, so let's start again. Let's see if just after that one thing we can remember them. Okay, so A, your A, we've got them written down because she hasn't learned these yet, and you haven't learnt yours. Once you've learnt them, you really only read for it a few times, you'll know it. You might even know them already. She might know hers already, to be totally honest. Should we see actually if you know yours already? Let's see. Don't look at the board. What's your A?
Bottle. Or apple.
Apple. And you were trying to remember a bottle. Well done. So she's gone straight to the item already. Yes, bottle. So she's got that one right. Well done. Okay, what's B?
Oh.
Oh. We played around with something that wasn't a very good association with that first, and that took the place of what it should be. So what the B is a book. Now, if you remember, we tried book, but then she just said make a book out of the banana. And if that's in her head, that won't work because you're no longer using that banana properly. Okay, so it needs to be something obvious. This is a very good example of it. So C, a cat. Okay, so a cat and is the third one. What was the cat doing?
Flying on a magic pillow.
Yeah, and we know we're going to remember that because that was the crazy one. So we're going to remember that. So pillows. D, what was your D?
Dog.
Dog. And what's dog?
In a huge giant glass box.
A glass. We need to remember glass. What's your E?
Elephant.
Okay, so elephant. And what's your elephant?
Writing with a pen.
A pen. Okay. What's your F?
Frog.
And what do you need to remember?
Playing drums with the crisps.
Crisps. Lovely. And do you know what your G is?
Grass.
Grass. Do you remember what grass was?
There's a bowl.
It was a bowl. Well done. But I was actually wondering if you were going to remember that one or not, because that was another one that was not a very obvious thing.
It was the banana one that just went, ooh.
Yeah, because it was, exactly.
Flew
Okay,
away.
so yeah, the bowl. And what's the last one?
Oh.
H?
A hat brush.
Brush. There you go. So it's 8 things in order. She already remembered her actual A to Z, her basic A to Z. And she also remembered all the associations as well, apart from the one where we said, or I said at the time, don't make something out of it. So you keep your original item and you always keep the same one. And you make it bizarre. And the more bizarre that is, like a mini dog running around the inside of a glass, the easier it's going to be to remember. Okay, and that's why it's fun. And you can use this, you can remember up to 26 things. You won't forget them. You can do it anywhere. You can do it in order, and you can just show off. That's what you'd like to do. Okay, really good. But it's a really good example of how memory works, or how our mind works, and how we retain information. This is something that just goes into short-term memory, but we can use these, and it develops into long-term memory if we needed to. And that's how we do things. We do games. We use mnemonics. We use colours, puzzles, songs. All different things, don't we, for remembering things.
We know our stands from the songs.
Exactly, like puzzles like this we use. We make them ourselves. You can get them on the resources page in the website, and flags of the world. We do all of these things, but we have fun doing them. And I have to say, they work because, for example, here is a little person who knows all her flags of the world, and that's a different video. So have a look at that. All the countries of the world, so North, South and Central America, we'll go on to that, but all these things are so much fun. For example, Central America, what are the countries in Central America?
Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Brazil.
No, you're doing more than I've asked, that's Southern. Just Central America, from Belize.
Okay, Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, and obviously the little islands off
There
of
you
it.
go, and that's because we have a secret song. It's really easy to remember. We'll do all that with you, hopefully, if you want to join us. So, learning is fun. Bye.
Bye.